This is a pond project that was not completed. Doesn't look like it was started correctly, and we're going to finish it.
Right away, we realized that the pond liner the original contractor started out with was a cheap 15 mil plastic poly blend type liner that wasn't really going to work for the project, but the homeowner was restricted on the budget and we had to go ahead and use it. The other thing is that landscaped area to the right there, he dumped all his excavated material into it and stored rocks. It basically ruined the area, so we went ahead and landscaped that area as well.
Alright, we got some of this started. We went ahead and drained out some of the pond just a little bit. Waterfalls are going to go down there, and we're digging the hole for the skimmer, and we're going to extend the pond 3 feet, so we pulled the liner in, and that's what we're doing now.
Here we've got our skimmer out, and we're going to go ahead and get that set, and we'll run a line level to establish the pond water level, and then get the skimmer set to the right height so the water doesn't overflow and block the skimmer weir and stop the water from flowing.
Alright, we got the skimmer set. We checked our pond level, ran the level line over to the skimmer, made sure we were set at the correct height, and now we're going to go ahead and backfill that in and start the plumbing.
Here we have our Jabio 3,500 gallon per hour submersible pump. We're going to plumb that with a check valve, and then we'll go ahead and get ready to pop the skimmer to the liner. We do that with the faceplate by putting a watertight silicone in there and then tightening down the screws to get it all set up. It'll be waterproof, and then you can go ahead and fill your pond. We use a combination of flexible PVC, you can see there, along with the rigid PVC to make our straight runs. It reduces restrictions in the flow. You can see on the left there we have a valved return line going back to the pond so we can control the flow to the waterfalls. And we backfill in, get everything covered up, and there you can see the whip to the waterfalls. When we started working in the pond with the rock, I lost all faith in this liner. The original contractor never put any padded underlayment underneath it, and I just stopped everything for the integrity of the job and pulled the money out of my own pocket and went ahead and planned on replacing the liner so we didn't have to worry about anything. The ground on this job was heavily compacted, crushed limestone, and it was just killing us. So we went ahead and threw in some heavy carpet and carpet padding right on top of the old liner, and it was going to do a real good job of protecting the liner there. So we threw the rocks back in, got back on track, and in the end I was real happy about it because I knew after that we had nothing to worry about. Everything worked out great. We moved right on to layering up the waterfalls. The one good thing the original contractor did was leave us with some nice cap rock to do that. And nowadays everything is much easier building these falls. You can see here we have a modular waterfall weir, and just like the skimmer, everything is much easier nowadays. It's all plug and play, whereas in the past you had to run flexible lines, hoses, pipes, valves, everything to try to get your water diffused and running right. Now it's just pop in, plan, level, plumb, and you got it done. Here we went ahead and started mudding in the falls, and now you can see the back of the falls where we have the diffuser hidden, and we're ready to move on. Our falls are done, and we went ahead and blended into the soil and filled the gaps in our boulders with number 4 crushed rock. I did a lot of things on this job I would never do, but we just absolutely had to meet the client's budget. The original contractor walked off with half our money, but limestone is extremely heavy. It's got no color. It's sharp, jagged. You don't want to use it. But we were able to save the client $3,000 or $4,000, and that's what it took to get this job done. in the end, you can stain this rock and end up with a natural look, natural color. And once you start your finish work with the mulch you see here, it looks absolutely fantastic, and it really just made the difference between being able to finish this job or bury the hole and walk away from it. And here you can see the back of the falls all finished up. Looks completely natural. Real happy with it. We went ahead and filled the pond and ran the falls so we can get the water filtered out and clean while we were landscaping the other areas. It turned out real nice, and real happy with the way the water looked, the rocks and boulders. We went back to this other spot. You could see all this miscellaneous pots and garbage in there. Um, Went ahead and cleaned all that out so it's nice and clean and functional. Got it mulched, put some plants in, left a couple of rocks for the client, and even put back in their little mechanical waterfall in there. So that turned out real nice. Came back to the pond, got that landscaped, and now let's see what the falls look and sound like.